So for today's video, I picked up the new stuff from Bella Beauty Bar, and you guys aren't ready for this little Molten Chrome palette, and you're not ready for the neons either. I'm sure you've probably already seen videos on this, but these are incredible, and I'm so excited to show you guys the swatches and the two looks that I created. But I also picked up two of the liquid blushes. Somehow I missed this release. I don't know how, but I did. But I picked them up, and I'm so excited to play with all of these fun, bright things with you guys. But if you are interested, then just keep watching. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather. I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe. And don't forget to click the little bell so you could be notified of all my future uploads. I am so freaking close to 1K. It's like 2 days away from my birthday, but I need 36 more subscribers. But I'm wondering if maybe I will hit it for my birthday. I really hope so, but even if I don't, it's going to be really soon. And as I mentioned, I will be having a giveaway when I hit 1K. I will be giving you guys more details on that later. Plus, Amanda said that she is going to do my makeup for a video, which is going to be hilarious because she doesn't wear makeup. She hasn't since like high school, and she really doesn't know that much. So it's gonna be a really fun video. So like, share, and comment. It helps the algorithm push my video out, and I truly appreciate your guys' support. But now let's move on to this collection. Well, first, let's talk about these blushes. I haven't used them yet, so I can't tell you anything about them. You'll have to wait till the end of the video, but there are 5 shades, and these retail for $14 US each. I do have a code with Bella Beauty Bar. It is AOML, and it will save you 10%. If you use it, thank you for supporting me and my channel because it is affiliated. But I am in my liquid blush era, so I am super excited to get to play with these. But they also released a baked blush palette. This is a face and cheek palette. Aren't those the same thing though? Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, they did release this gorgeous blush palette. It is so beautiful. I'm super excited to have it in my hands, and so far so good. But the blush palette retails for $30 US. So one of my favorite parts about this collection has to be the Molten Chromes palette. This is so beautiful. I love the ice cream theme of it all. Their like product photos were so freaking cool. I love them so much. And Deandra Nicole did some as well, and hers were really cool. But this palette is packed full of 6 special shades. Let's see. This is the most expensive part, but it's because it has those special shades. It retails for $60 before a code, but it says it has 5 multi-chrome shimmers and 1 hollow chrome. The perfect companion palette for the melted mattes, and honestly, I couldn't agree more. This shade right here, Molten, is the hollow chrome, and it is freaking stunning. I am so excited to have it. But next we also have the melted mattes. This palette is magnetic. Almost, I think all of their palettes are. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think they are. But this palette retails for $36, which isn't bad at all. You have a half neutral and then a half neon side. The colors are not picking up true to color like as I show them right now, but they do in my close-ups and my swatches. These are so freaking beautiful, and so far I can tell you I've created 2 looks, one on camera, one off, and so far I can say that I've not had any issues with these being like powdery or like patchy or anything like that. My looks have turned out freaking gorgeous. But let's go ahead and move on to look number 1. I'm excited to finally be playing with these palettes. I've had the eyeshadow palettes for quite a while, but I couldn't use them because at the time I couldn't afford to pick up the eyeshadow palettes and the blush palette. So I was gonna just skip out on the blush palette even though I didn't want to, but then my money came early, so I was able to make a second order and pick out the blush palette. But I also picked up some of the liquid blushes and I'm super excited to try them out. But I ended up having to do the same thing with the Inslee Rain collection as well. So at the moment I do have the Inslee Rain palettes, but I'm waiting for the other stuff that I picked up on the side, and I'm so excited to play with those. I'm so frustrated. I was trying to edit my Q&A video today, and I got like 20 minutes into like editing. How I did it was I did 20 questions with look number 1 and then 20 questions with look number 2, and I redid the looks that I've created behind the scenes with the recently de-influenced palette. You guys seem to really love those looks, and a bunch of you asked for me to recreate them in a video. But anyways, I got like 20 minutes into the video and there's like 15 minutes of mic feedback. If it does it again for this video, I'm going to freaking scream. So let's hope that does not happen, but I'm gonna have to refilm that one, which really sucks. So now I'm like super behind. I don't have a video ready for tomorrow and I'm gonna be missing a video. So I need to get my butt caught back up. So to start this look out, I really want to try one of these the liquid blushes too. Let me see. Oh, this one is really pretty. This one, it's called Blossom. I really love it, but I also really love the other one as well. It is called NECTAR. There's a bunch of pretty ones. I think they have like 4 or 5 shades. I'll have them linked down below along with everything else. But you know, I love a really bright blush. Okay, I'll use the liquid blushes in the next look, and in this one I'll do the powder blushes. Since it really is just about this collection, I'm gonna go in with my Singe Beauty F06. I think I want to do a little bit of this shade here called Strudel, and I'm going to go in with a light amount because that looks pretty pigmented, and that's one thing this little small brush from Singe is good for, because it picks up like the perfect amount with these more pigmented blushes. I like to take my blush up a little high and like kind of blend it into the eye socket so it like meshes with my look. I've already played with these neons actually, and with the Molten Chrome palette. I mixed it with this palette, and oh my god, it was so freaking good. I mixed it with Citrus Punch. I used this shade down here called Blood Orange, and I mixed that. I put like that out in the crease, and then I blended it out with this freaking gorgeous like peach orange shade. It's not picking up the right like color on camera, but I did that, and then I did some of that neon yellow in the inner corner, and I freaking loved it. It was freaking gorgeous. It's hard to find good neons, so I'm excited to work with these again. I know the first time I used them I had no issues at all, but you do have to work with neons a little differently than what you might something else. So just to throw that out there. You definitely can't like start an eye look with a neon. It's something you can use to like kind of blend out, but you do have to pack it on instead of like using swiping motions. And they're good for like inner corner pops as well. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a fluffier brush, and I think I want to go into the shade Shortcake. I don't do pink a whole lot, so we're going to go all in. And you know that trends going on saying you have like blush blindness or, you know, brow blindness, all that stuff. I probably do have blush blindness, but I don't care because I love it. It makes me super freaking happy. So it is what it is. So I'll be wearing this all day while I like power clean my house. I will leave a pinned comment down below and let you know like how it wore, which as pigmented as it is, I don't think I'm gonna have any kind of issues with that whatsoever. But if I forget to update you guys in the comments, just let me know and I'll do it. Because, you know, I have that one-track mind. I'm also going to use my Oracle Chrome highlighter, probably, but I don't know yet if that's what I want to do, or if maybe I want to try to use something from this. This is freaking wonderful. Even if you don't like an all matte palette, this is amazing. Okay, so what I want to start with, I like that they put like some warm tone browns and some cool tones. That's really cool. But I want to start with this shade, which does not have a name, but it's like that more warm leaning shade. And I'm just doing that on my Glam Light brush. And I'm going to press this all out in the eye, the crease. And I'm going to also take it like most of the way in. I love like the orange undertone to this one. I think it's gorgeous. It's kind of like grungy fall. But do you see how freaking well this blended out? It is really beautiful, really easy to work with. Now I want to go on over to this shade right here. It's kind of got like that red undertone, like a clay brown. And I'm going to put this out here. Well, I'm probably going to take it throughout the crease. You know I love a dramatic eye look anyways. Now I'm going to do the same exact thing on the lower lash line, and I will be right back. And there are the mattes. This is going to be so much fun to play with this palette. 2LOOKS is nowhere near enough, but unfortunately, because that video messed up today, that's all I'm going to have time for. But I think this is so fun. Next, I want to go into the neon yellow, of course. How could I not? And I'm going to press this right here. And do you see, it's like I barely even dabbed it and we already got that pop. I just got that in my eye, so I need to be careful. But do you see, like, it's not patchy or anything like that, or like dusty. Some of them are kind of dusty, but most of the ones I've used have been patchy. Like, for me, I've had bad luck with the ones from the Blend Bunny, the Surge palette. I don't know, like, if I got a bad palette or anything, or maybe I just wasn't using them right, because that was, like, the first time I ever tried neons. But I had a lot of trouble with them being patchy. Now I want to go into... I think I'm going to do this shade first. It's more of a vibrant peach in, like, person. I almost said in real life, but you know what I mean. But I want to put this along the edges. We are going to make this a bright, sunshiny day. I'm just like kind of buffing it around all these edges and just kind of making it flow, you know. Now I'm going to switch my brushes back to this one, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is more of like a vibrant orange. And if you've been here for a while, I freaking love orange so much, you know that. But if you're new, now you do. But I want to put this over the edges of the brown, and then I'll go back in with the brown and like kind of deepen it all up. Now I'm going to do a run through again with all those same brushes. I'm going to start back with that deeper shade, that like clay brown shade, and just intensify that here. I want to add a little depth to this outer corner, and I hope it makes sense because I'm going to use a cool tone brown, which this one right here, I might screw this whole look up by doing this, but it might also be really cool. So you never know until you try. I think it's going to work out. I'm just using my Sigma pencil brush. I freaking love this little pencil brush. And then I'll go back in with this because it definitely needs blended out. See, just that little extra added level of depth that it gave is gorgeous. And these are the mattes. I think they are beautiful, but I'm so excited to dig into the Molten Chromes. But as you can see, like, there's no patchiness. I do have a skip right here. Let me blend that out. But that's because I'm getting old lady eyes and they're getting wrinkly and I have hooded eyes, but everything blended out so perfectly, and I am so excited to have those neons in my collection. Let me actually go in right here and add some of this really pretty peach shade, like in between those two colors. It helps like bridge all of that. But now the question is, which shimmer? Like, how does one choose? Because these are freaking gorgeous. So give me just a second. I'm gonna apply some NYX glitter glue to the lid, and then we will move on to these shimmers. Okay, I think I've decided, and I'm not gonna lie, it was not an easy decision whatsoever. So I want to start out with this shade here called Molten. This is like the most gorgeous not duochrome, it's a holochrome, and it's so beautiful. I love it, but I think it's gonna go so well with the matte shades. So I'm just using my finger to apply it. Sometimes that's just easier, and I want to give it like a big space so it has its own moment. So beautiful. I knew this collection was gonna be fun. I wish they would have like put the mattes and like the shimmers together, but I know they were trying to do something different, and I can respect that. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into the shade here called Melt. It's really pretty. And again, I'm just gonna use my finger. Oh my God. It's like pink, gold, orange. Oh, it's so beautiful. It really looks like molten. That is so stunning. Then I'm gonna go into this shade, which is the one here called Dissolve. And I'm gonna put that on the inner part of the lid and the inner corner. First, I gotta get all this off my hands. I am covered in glitter, which kind of makes me happy if I'm being honest. I love glitter. But I'm just gonna use my pencil brush and go into that shade Dissolve, and I feel like it's gonna add more to this neon inner corner as well. I use my finger to, it's so much easier just to tap some down there, but I think this is stunning. And then I kind of like go back through all the shimmers to make sure like they're all blended beautifully. I'm excited to show you guys the up close of this because the far away just does not do it justice. It is so freaking cool. So now I'm going to use my pencil brush, and I want to make sure that like this outer corner is blended into the shimmers. I can't stand it when the shimmers like stopped abruptly. So I like it to like all blend and mesh. But this is the finished eye for look number 1. I'm gonna go off camera and finish this look, and then I will be right back to show you guys the finished look. I am back with the finished look, and I think it turned out so beautiful. I love all of it. So for highlight, I used the shade in my inner corner, this one, the pretty yellow one, and I mixed it with a little bit of the shade in the Oracle Chrome palette. I think it turned out so beautiful, but you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to do something completely different, but for liner I used the NYX Epic Wear liner in the shade Cosmic Yellow, and I love the little pop that it added. But like I said, let me know what you think down below. I also have in my glow in the dark earrings. If you like Google glow in the dark mushroom earrings, you can find these, but I bought them from like a little shop at a fair that we had in our town, but I think they're super cute and they go with this look super well. But like I mentioned earlier, I'll let you guys know how all of this wore, but let's move on to look number 2. I am back for look number 2. It's a different day, a different white shirt, same earrings, but I went ahead and did my blush and highlight. So I used the Dewy blush in the shade Nectar. These are freaking gorgeous. They are pigmented, but not like Rare Beauty pigmented, but still pigmented. They were really easy to blend out, but I wanted to go over it because I set my whole face most of the time, but I went over like this back half of my cheek with the shade right here, Muffin, and I probably should have done it on camera, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. But I wanted to show you guys, look at that freaking brush from touching that shade. Like, it is gorgeous. So gorgeous. This blush palette is awesome. If you're into like the colors and stuff, I think you will really like them. And same with the liquid blush. My highlighter is the Oracle Chrome palette from Bella Beauty Bar as well. And I did these 2 shades right here. The Lovers and the Moon. It's my first time using the Moon, but it's so beautiful and glossy. But I have on my DD Signature Snowy Eye Primer, and I'm just going to re-pat it out. And to be honest, I have no idea what I'm going to create for this video, well, for this look. But I am in a hurry because, like I said, we have company coming over. So I need to, like, get this done, you know. But I want to play, too. Okay, so now, what do I want to start with? That is the question. I think I'm going to start with... Okay, I think I'm going to start with this shade right here. It's kind of like that more purple leaning shade, and I'm just doing that on my shader brush. And I think I'm going to do I want to do a halo eye? I just feel like I do the same type of looks because that's just what I like on me. It's what I prefer. But with this look, let's try something different and do the halo eye. If you're new here, which I do have a lot of new subscribers, thank you guys so much for subscribing. This week has been so fun. I've gotten so many subscribers, and tomorrow's my birthday, and I think I actually might be hitting 1K for my birthday, which would be so freaking cool. I'm so excited. I mean, you guys will see if I hit it by the time this video comes out tomorrow, because I'm actually posting this on my birthday. But I'm excited about everything for the giveaway and for the video of Amanda doing my makeup. But I got sidetracked. So if you're new here, I have ADHD. I get sidetracked a lot. But I also, what was I even talking about? Hold on. Oh, I remember now. when I do my halo eyes with the shape of my eye, I like that like cat eye, you know, situation. And I do have like slightly hooded eyes. Well, they're more than slightly hooded, but they're definitely not the most hooded I've seen. So I do my halo eyes at a slant, and I think it looks so gorgeous. It just seems to work best for me, but so far the color of that is beautiful. And I told you guys I would update you. So I wore yesterday's look until like 11 o'clock last night, and I cleaned all day long. So I think it held up really good. The blush held up well. So did the eyeshadows. I didn't have any issues with like creasing or fallout or anything like that. But I've never had that issue with this brand. But someone said down below in the comments that they have. So, I mean, keep that in mind. But personally, I have not. Now I want to go in with this beautiful orange shade. And I'm going to kind of like see if I can use this to deepen up this look. And I'm going to place it here in the outer corner. Pink and orange together are always fun. But my guess is this orange will turn the pink coral, which I love orange and coral shades, so I'm totally down for that. I just want to do something fun and different, but I also want to do it fast. I don't want to leave Amanda like all on her own with family coming over. But I also want to go in with this shade. I think I'm going to switch on over, though, to my large blending brush. And I am just going to blend this out. Anyways, I just want to take this shade along the edges and just, like, kind of buff all this out. This is going to be a really light halo eye. I think for this one, I still want to add something for the inner corner. And for that, I think I want to go in with either this one or this one. So I'm going to swatch them and see the differences. So I'm going to use this like small shader brush and just dip in to this really light shade. I think I used it in yesterday's look. But today, it's going to be my inner corner pop. I just freaking love these vibrant colors. I think they're beautiful. And you can see, like, there's no patchiness or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back through and go back into that deeper pink shade that I used. And I just want to re-intensify all of this. This is going to be so cool, I think. I want to keep this one like straight up colorful. And then I'm going to go back in to that really light pale pink just to tap over these edges. Like, this is going to be a big eye look. As you could probably tell, you're probably like, what are you doing? It looks crazy. Let's hope it ends up working out for me, though. Now I'm taking that real light peach I used in the inner corner, and I'm just going back over that because I got a little down here. I'll probably have to use some powder to like help blend that out because I've taken it way too far down. Now, when I do my halo eyes, I don't do it down on the bottom, personally. Sorry, I keep looking at my laptop because Amanda keeps trying to text me. But I'm going to go into that deeper pink, and I'm going to press this all along the lash line. And then I'll use that orange to deepen it up. That is beautiful. But now I'm going to go in with that deep orange, or that deeper orange. It's not really deep, but I'm going to just brush this along that. I wish they would have put like some neon purples in here. I feel like some of these shades, while they're all different and they do all have different undertones, the color story is a little redundant, and I feel like they could have done a little bit more, but at the same time, it's still fun and beautiful. And these actually may be some of the best neons I've ever worked with. Now I'm going to go into this shade right here because it's so pretty and vibrant. Oh. And I'm just going to buff this out. I love that like watercolor, like buffed out look where your eye kind of like melts into your blush. It's something I learned from Betty Jean. I love her eye look so much, but I think this is fun. Now I want to go in with this palette. This is freaking amazing. I love this with my whole entire heart. It's my favorite. I love the neons a lot, but this palette is my favorite part of this collection for sure. It's a blast. But I'm going in with some NYX glitter glue, and I'm just tapping it in the center of this. So exciting. I do love like the pink and orange in that matte, all matte palette. But now let's figure out what I want to put. Ooh, that's really cool. I think I'm going to do the first two that I swatched. So I'm going to go in with the shade Heat, and I'm going to put it on the very edge. This shade is stunning. Oh, the shade is cool. It's probably my favorite in this palette, to be honest. I'm going to use my finger and just tap. Stunning. I'll like have to go over the matte section and stuff, and I'll make sure that's all blended. But first I want to go into the shade Dissolve. It's so icy with that yellow like flip. I think I used a little bit of it on the eye in yesterday's look, but I'm also pretty sure I used it for highlight. But like, oh, this is the definition of a halo eye. And I'm also going to take some under my finger and just plop some down there. Got a little carried away with that, so I went over it with my powder brush. So I'm going to pick some of this up on my pencil brush and just sweep it down here. And you see the light kind of like hits it like this. It's really pretty. Now I need to like mesh these two shimmers together, and I think I need some more of that orange for over here. These freaking shimmers are incredible. Also, I'm reading Caraval right now, and it is so freaking good. I'm like entranced, and I'm not only a few chapters in. It's really awesome. But now I'm going to go into the orange on this little small shader brush, and I want to make sure these flick in. Okay, I'm going to wipe that off, and then I want to, let's see, what should I do? I'm going to go into that light pink. And make sure it like blends into that halo eye. And this is pretty much the eye. I think it is beautiful, but I am going to go finish this eye look off camera, and I will be right back to show you guys the finished look and give you my first impressions on everything that I picked up. I am back with the finished look. I'm so sorry if you can hear my dogs barking in the background. They are not happy that people are here, but I finished this look up just in time. I think it turned out so beautiful. I'm so excited for you guys to see it up close, because the far away view just does not capture all like the glitz in this eye look. Oh my god, these shimmers are incredible. But like I mentioned earlier, these may be some of the best neons that I've worked with. So for liner, I used the ColourPop liner in the shade Crossed. It's like a neon yellow. They don't sell it anymore, unfortunately. I really wish they did. Everything else that's on my face will be linked down below in the description box. But let's do a quick run through. So this blush formula is really nice. It's, like I said, it's pigmented. It's really easy to blend out. I really like the shades in here as well. So far, so good on this. And same with these liquid blushes. I am in my cream or liquid blush era right now. I love them so freaking much, but these are beautiful. They look so beautiful on the skin, and they do dry down, which makes me happy, but they still have like that lit from within kind of look to them. They are freaking gorgeous. My favorite part of this collection, I think, is this palette. You guys know I love special shades. I know not everybody does, but for me, they are the most exciting part of an eyeshadow palette. I do wish that this would have been like one palette, but you know, that's a personal preference kind of thing. And like I said twice already, the neons are some of the absolute best that I've worked with. And you guys can see like in the up close of all of these, both of these looks, that they're not patchy or anything. They look freaking gorgeous on the eyes. But I feel like this color story is a little redundant. Even though like every shade is different, they have like different undertones or different levels of depth, I feel like there's too much similarity in here. And I feel like they could have taken out some of these shades that are real similar and maybe just made one palette and maybe added a few extra fun colors, because one of these shimmers has like well, you got the two purples here, and then one has like that blue shift, and then one has like a more like neutral light pink shift to it. And I feel like the palette is missing a few purples maybe, and we even have like some like a little bit of a blue shift, and I feel like they could have added a few more like pops to this, but that is a personal preference kind of thing. I did have a lot of fun creating these looks, and I'm really glad that I picked this collection up. It's great quality. So I mean, it's just gonna have to be like based on what your preferences are. But let me know down below if you guys happen to pick this up and what you think of the neons and the rest of the collection. Let me know if you want to pick it up. If you do, you can use my code AOML to save 10%. It is an affiliated code, so if you use it, I appreciate you supporting me and my channel. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And to all of my new subscribers, welcome. I'm so happy you're here, and I hope you enjoy my content. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.